Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. This is Ainah Yahweh with the beloved truth. Today's lesson is out of Second Timothy verses 3, verses 13. A lot of times we can get so far caught up in our thoughts, well, our own perception of things. We forget the basic principle of why we entered into the truth. So this is um, Second Timothy chapter 3, verses 14. It says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." All right. Now, two things here. Continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. All right. Um, the scriptures speak on us receiving the truth with joyfulness, as said in the parable of the seed. Um, with Yahweh Shine. Lord willing, I grab that. But we didn't receive the joy. The truth. When we received the truth, we didn't receive it with with malice and envy and hatred in our heart. We received it, and we received it with joy. Okay, so a lot of guys they don't continue, or they don't continue with that same joyfulness. As a matter of fact, the scriptures speak on them getting offended by and by, and you know, basically, dropping out of the truth. Roughly paraphrasing. So I'll read it again, because it's just simple scripture, and it just goes to show you how the scriptures play out every time. Verse 14 it says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." All right. And we know from whom we have learned, the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. So, we keep that, we still honor the men that the Lord has set up, and the scriptures say, have fear because we know that the Spirit of the Lord is working through them, just like David knew that, you know, Saul was anointed. He didn't, buck up against Saul, even though we know the elders are, you know, going off. There's no proof, um, that they're going off or anything like that. Um, but you know, David being a prime example of how you're supposed to fear, the Lord and respect those that He put over you. Uh, as a matter of fact, David loved Saul. You know, um, and he knew he was the Lord's anointed. And that's why he didn't buck up or say, Saul going off. You know, he honored and he revered that man. Because the spirit of the Lord was dealing with him. And that's a perfect example on how we supposed to deal. And we have the elders for an example. What they went through in the old school. So, just quick precept. Go to Matthew real quick, chapter 13. And let me see. Slack it, bear with me. Okay, Matthew 13 and 10, it says, I'm slacking that. Matthew 13:20, it says, "But he that receiveth the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and on with joy receiveth it. Yet he hath not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended." All right. He also that receive the seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful, becometh unfruitful. Okay, and two things right here. Those that dureth for a while, but when tribulation comes, persecution arises, like the scriptures say, because of the word. By and by, he is offended, and that's perfectly being played out, um, and as you can see now with certain guys, all right, that enter into the truth and are not well grounded, all right, and then you have those who the word is choked because of the riches of the world, all right, because they're not focused on basically just the scriptures or teaching, or going out on the highways and byways to teach the word. Instead, they're more focused on making it in the world. And you know what the scriptures say: "He that findeth his life shall lose it." And, one more scripture, and I'm just close out. Let This is Revelations 3:10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." All right, going back to that Timothy, where it says, we basically we keep the word, or we continue in the things which we have learned. That's what this is all about. Continuing, all right, in the things which we have learned, because we receive the joy. I mean, we receive the truth with joy at first, you know, and we should continue within that joy. But a lot of guys don't, right? So it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, and that's going to happen through, the new world currency that they got coming up the pipeline. It's going to test you. The RFID chip, and the chaos that's going to happen you know, and here in America and all throughout the world. Verse 11, it says, "Because behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." All right, and you got guys that's taking these other guys' crowns, what, through their philosophy and their vain opinion. You know. And with that, I say, call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.